invaluable to have someone there who you can just contact, to
Hmm.
talk to and to give you the voice of reason, I guess.
Hi everyone, welcome to another video. I am here with Carla, who has been one of our clients on our 6-month colitis and Crohn's recovery program. And Carla came to us because she was struggling with Crohn's disease. So Carla, congratulations, you are the first person that we've had who's finished with us with Crohn's disease. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
everyone else
thanks.
has had ulcerative colitis, so you were our first Crohn's client. And
Okay.
so we're very excited to share your story on how you've been able to overcome and heal from Crohn's disease. So yeah,
Mm.
welcome and thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. So Carla, I want to hear your story. I just want you to share with the audience your story to kind of run through the background. So what you went through, how you got diagnosed, and the different things you've tried before you found our program, and what was that like for you?
Okay. Well, I guess I was diagnosed with mild Crohn's and ulceration that looked like Crohn's disease
Hmm.
back in 2010
Hmm.
through colonoscopy, which is a really unpleasant experience, actually.
I can
Anyway,
imagine, yeah.
so after that, I guess they didn't put me on medication because it was mild, and they just said, well, watch out for NSAIDs, the ibuprofen, things like that, and yeah, we'll see what happens, basically. So after that, I started, I guess, looking to eating healthier or just healthier lifestyle. But yeah, it didn't really come across anything that helped me with the problems I had at that time, which was like inconsistent bowel movements and stools and just cramping, things like that. But, I mean, they didn't make a big deal out of it, so I didn't really. And I continued just doing what I did. And I guess then it was late 2011 that I started experiencing symptoms that I couldn't really ignore. And that's when I saw a gastroenterologist who put me on suppositories. And that's also a really unpleasant experience.
Mm.
And I guess it solved the problem for an amount of time. Like, I guess looking back on it, I'd had a flare up and then that went away. And so I stopped taking the medication and I went on doing what I was doing
Mm.
what I thought was healthy, uh, to then come up against symptoms again, especially when I'd had like an emotionally tumultuous experience as well. So that came up
Mm.
again. And that's when I started thinking, well, I've really got to do something about this, but I'm not sure what. And I asked around, tried weird diets like low carb, high
Mm.
protein. Um, I remember binging one night, like on any carb I could find, like cake and ice cream, just because I'd ridded my body of anything good.
Mm.
And I tried, yeah, like I think I was looking at paleo as well,
Mhm.
and then I gave up and just did things as normal and experienced my discomfort again. And that's when I came across the China study, and I thought, well, you know, I started getting onto the whole food vegan bandwagon.
Mm.
That pretty much converted me to eating whole food plant based,
Mhm.
and then I continued on. But I guess like you are exposed to a lot of things, and you it's hard to follow, I guess, the right path and stick by it with all of the different influences going around. So
Mm.
um, yeah, I was whole food plant based, but within that, I kind of played around with things, and I was still getting some upsets because I think the ratios were a bit out, and I
Mm.
didn't understand what natural hygiene was all about. Um, I'd tried like a high fruit plant based diet for a while, and that didn't work for me because I freaked out. I was having healing crises, but in a really exaggerated way.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I went back to other things, and finally, August 2016 came, and I was at my lowest. I was having pretty bad, I wasn't hospitalized, but I was having flare-ups that really got to me emotionally, and meant that, yeah, my body was just going through a lot of discomfort. So then I found you guys, and I thought, yeah, this is what I need. I need guidance, basically, and continual guidance and support. That's it.
Cool. And so you joined up the program, and so what? Like obviously you wanted the guidance, and so what were your initial thoughts when you, obviously before you joined us, and then as you started the program, how did you find that?
Well, when I came across you on the internet, or your service, I was thinking, well, normally I don't like asking for help. If I'm going to be completely honest,
Fair
it's
enough,
like,
yeah.
if I have the information there, why should I, basically? So once I'd got over my ego, I thought, and because you're at your lowest, you're at your most vulnerable, I thought, well, look, I'll just have the consultation. And we had that, and I got such a positive, genuine feeling from your side. Really not what I was fearing, which was, I guess what you call the snake oil salesman,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
smoke screens.
Yes.
It was genuine, and then that's when I thought, well, yeah, this could really help me. I do need help, and it's basically sticking at the program that you would offer, which is based on the natural healing of Dr. Klein.
Yeah, it's based on Dr. Klein's self-healing program, and
yeah,
absolutely, it is. It's all about understanding how the body heals itself, and once you understand that, you've unlocked the secret to good health, and you can understand how to keep good health for a long, long time. You agree?
The understanding is like a process, though. Like I had before signing up with you, I had the book. I had the book on my Kindle.
Yeah.
And I'd bought it ages ago, but I read it and it freaked me out, And I was like, I'm not just going to sit down and eat bananas. Like, oh my God, I can't do that. And then you explain things, and it really is a journey. It's not just reading it and saying, okay, I'm a person who can do it or who can't do it. Anyone can do it. You just need to have that consistency.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what were the main learnings, and how did you find the 6 months with us? What was the main things you got out of it?
Asking for help and not being too proud.
Fair
enough. Consistency. When I first signed up, I remember like one of the first emails was, I'm invited to dinner with some friends. I'm going here. Here's the menu. Can you choose something I can order? And you came back with, personally, I wouldn't order anything from the menu. Nothing's compliant. And then I was like, well, what do I do? Like maybe, pre-eat or do something like that. So that situation, I would have otherwise gone to the restaurant with my friends and already fallen off the healing journey just by, doing something non-compliant. And I realized, oh yeah, like I need, I guess what I learned was that I need the support and the reinforcement, like from someone else, just to stay consistent. So it's like it's invaluable to have someone there who you can just contact, to talk to and to give you the voice of reason, I guess.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No,
and also when you have when I had complications, like when you're going through healing, sometimes it can be scary. So I was able to contact you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a really important thing, because What a lot of people don't realize is that you're actually trying to overcome a very serious condition. And
Mm.
so I want you to elaborate on that a little bit because healing the body, it has to heal physically. And most people get very scared or, can get frustrated when that happens. And I think that's
Hmm.
that's the main reason we do the support for 6 months so that, we can guide you through that whole process. But
Yeah.
how important is that understanding? And, can you elaborate on, how you got through that initial, healing phase?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's important to go back to when I spoke before about trying a natural healing diet for the first time by myself
Hmm.
and having those healing crises,
Hmm.
and at the end of 4 months just kind of going, no, it's not for me
Hmm.
because too much was happening. So I had like my first huge cold sore and night sweats, fever,
Hmm.
swollen glands, things like that. And I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't think that was normal.
Hmm.
But then coming back onto it with you guys,
Hmm.
I didn't have exactly the same crises because they'd already happened, but I'd
Hmm.
had different ones.
Hmm.
And instead of freaking myself out, I was learning from you that no, this is just the body's process.
Yeah.
And so something that would otherwise have been really confronting to me
Hmm.
um, was something I could get through, and that you could, uh, yeah, basically help me get through. So things from, uh, you know, physically physically seeing like an inflammation of the gut, like
Hmm.
one side of my abdomen more inflamed than the other.
Hmm.
Um, when going to the toilet, just seeing things that came out that you just wouldn't really want to see ever. Like
Yeah.
there was something, but that's it. Like the body was going through what it needed to do, and it was eliminating what needed to be eliminated.
Hmm.
So I learned that that was actually a positive thing. I think I kept on saying to you what I love about this process
Hmm.
is becoming more in touch and more connected to my body, because at the
Absolutely.
end of the day, it's all you got, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I mean, your body is is what you have, and you've got to treat it with respect and treat it well. Otherwise, it
Yeah.
won't treat you back. You'll struggle with your health. Fantastic. Well, obviously, we're so happy that you've healed, and tell us about now that you've come through all that. How do you feel?
Incredible. uh, every day, it's just like generally every day, better and better. Emotionally, physically, I've just got so much more focus
Mm.
because I'm not focusing on, I don't know, the
The,
question of why am I feeling this way. It's more, what can I do next now? Like, I've been given, I've been told a secret, or I've been given the golden key. Like I know I'm calm.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
calm, and I know
We
how to handle things. I've got to handle.
absolutely. We talk about it and we say, a lot of people take health insurance, whereas we actually have health assurance because we know how to heal the we know how to heal the body. We don't need to be insured for something that might happen because we know that as long as we do the right things and we look after our body, we can have assurance that nothing bad's going to happen because the body's always acting towards good health.
Yeah.
Let's just finish up the interview here. So you've been through the program, you've experienced the benefits. It's been just over 6 months. Uh, what kind of advice do you have to give to people that are thinking about joining this program and just maybe unsure, they're sitting on the fence, or they're like, "Oh, I've tried everything, but here's just another thing that is going to fail." Whatever they might be thinking, what kind of advice would you give
Mm.
to people?
Um, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Hmm.
Um, don't be afraid of asking for help from, a service like this, because this is this is genuine, you know, like they don't want to see you coming back. um, well, put yourself first.
Mm.
If money's the issue, like if you have it but you think, well, I could spend it on something else, really consider what you're investing in. Like, this is something that you don't need to keep on paying for. It's like we were just saying, it's knowledge.
Mm.
And your body, your health, which is the most incredible, you know, asset you can have in this life. There's hope. You can heal anyone of any age, anywhere, are capable of healing. The body is just such an amazing thing, and you only realize that when you start experiencing the healing journey. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So yeah, just chin up, do it. You have nothing to lose, really. You have everything to gain.
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much, Carla. We're obviously so proud of you and happy that you achieved the result you have. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'd just like to say thank you, and we wish you all the best for a long and healthy future.
Thank you. Likewise. I'm just absolutely over the moon that I found you guys.